I have the AdWords editor open. I just wanted to show you all. So it says this will happen a lot with Google Ads Editor. You'll go to log in and it'll say restart and update now. There's always changes. And speaking of changes, inside Google Ads, when you log in, oftentimes you'll see, okay, it's up in the editor. And it was telling me that my account can be updated. But of course, it's not showing now. So if you're in your MCC account, you'll probably get things like this, which is annoying and silly. All I wanted to really show you there was that the editor will often make you do things. So I have the editor open and it looks like I have an account open and it looks like it's called Next Great Step, which is across the screen. Now, I'm not working on Next Great Step. So again, how do I want to go about adding my account? So I can either check here accounts. And if I don't see my account, so if you have an MCC account, it'll look like this. And then you'll see a little arrow here and it'll drop down. And so you can see there's different accounts, different campaigns. So I am not sure if the Little Works one will show up because I'm not seeing the campaign. So let's just see if we can add a new account. So let's be like, well, I need to add a new account because say I'm not seeing it there or we saw the account. So you'd want to sign in and allow Google AdWords Editor. And then it'll bounce up down here and say success. Sometimes, when you add a new account, it'll make you put in, it'll give you a code and you just put that in, right? So let us go. I'm just going to do this for a minute. So I'm going to open my account. I'm going to grab all the campaigns from my own account and I'm going to hit OK. And then it's going to slowly but surely download everything, all my campaigns. Now, this is the kind of first set of optimization / the things you want to do on the account next. So you've created your ads, you have your ad groups, you have your keywords, right? And so it looks like I downloaded, it's in green. And so I just be like, yeah, okay. So we know I created a bunch of campaigns that look like this. And it looks like there's some issues. Remember the red dots will tell us. So there's a keyword. I bet you the keyword's been deleted. So we can see it's crossed out over here. Now, why would these keywords be deleted? Because they have the plus in front of them, which used to be called broad match modified. So that's kind of how I download a campaign. Now, the thing about the Google AdWords editor and Google Ads is what's going to happen is you're going to be working between the two because there are some things you can do in the editor super easily, some things that are more challenging. I'm actually going to get Helena to open up her Google Ads and her Google AdWords editor so we can look at some things there. But the first things we're going to do as Helena does that is we're going to look at our handy dandy list. And first thing we're going to do is add a negative keyword list, which yes, I also have for you. This is a list that you will have and you can use at any time. And you're going to, this is going to change depending on what account you're working on, but this is a generalized keyword list that can be used for everybody. So this is a negative keyword list. And you can see we got general broad, we got phrase. So I got given this and I just started asking. Now, if I'm a school, I might want to target the word university. So you want to look through this list, but one of your biggest optimizations that you're going to do in Google is you're going to work on negative keywords. And when you're in your Google Ads account, you're going to go to shared library. So you have many places you can put negative keywords. So you can have account level keyword negatives, right? You can see my ads aren't working that well right yet. And Helena, don't worry, I have to check my conversion tracking too on my ads. So you can have an account level negative keywords, which means you just never want to show up for those keywords ever. You can have campaign level keywords, right? So campaign, And then you can actually have ad group level negatives. Now, the Google Sheet we've created actually automatically does some of the negative keywords out. So with the broad phrase and exact, but don't even worry about that. Just know for yourselves, one of the places you're going to work in is the negative keyword list. And it's going to be the first one you're going to use is the account level, right? So you would go into tools and settings across the main menu. And as you can see, I have a general negative keyword list of 58. Now this one says owned by manager account. So you don't want to put negative keywords in there because it'll be across all your accounts. But so if I can just create a negative keyword list by going like this, and I could be like general negatives, right? Or negatives. Or I could be more specific and just be like negatives for, location targeting negatives. Like, and then anytime I see a location that shouldn't be in there, I'll add it here. So you can add keywords here, and then you can apply it to your different campaigns. So hold on, let me show you how to look at that. So here's my general keyword list. And as I scroll down, it would say apply to campaigns. So I'd want to make sure, do I want to show like PPC? That's a single keyword, right? That's going to drive a lot of traffic. But what are people, got to ask yourself, like when people type in this keyword, what is happening? Are they like when somebody types in PPC, are they looking to learn it? Or they're looking, it's so short that I negatived it out. So I would look through this and I'd be like, okay, yes. And it looks like it's been added to my 2 campaigns. I can remove it if I like. So what I would do, so first thing I'm gonna do is go over to this handy dandy sheet. And I'm gonna look, okay, hire, employment, jobs, resumes, these all keywords that work. I don't want my ads to show up for any of these. So I'm gonna copy them and I'm going to go to my Google Ads account and I'm gonna add them. And I'm gonna Command V. There they are, and they're all broad match. Now I could change that, and there are some tools to have the tool somewhere that can change your broad match to exact match and phrase match for you with a click of a button. It will get you that tool. It's free. And so I'm going to save this. Right. And now I have all these keywords. So I might actually get rid of that one, right? Because we are teaching Google Ads, you could have a career in it. Is that a good idea? Maybe not. So that's how I kind of add to my negative keyword list. So that's one of the first things I'm going to do in my Google Ads account after I've created my campaigns. Now I'm like, I can add those and then I can go over to the AdWords editor and I want to I want to get my campaign with the changes because I made changes in my Google Ads account. So I'm going to click on get changes and more data and then all campaigns, right? Just want all the info. And we'll go look at the keywords in the AdWords editor, the negative keywords. So here we are. Everything's changed. I downloaded it. We still see the stupid red dots I can never get rid of. But then, so we're going to be in account, right? So we click on the account and then we go to negative keywords and you'll notice negative keyword list, right? It's the list we want. So say I wanted to copy this and go to another account. I could do that. So I command copy and do paste. So you can go back and forth like that. Do I often do that with the negative keyword list? No. Do I do that with things like extensions and things? So yes. So I just wanted you to see how we kind of go back and forth. You're going to download and upload and download and upload and, work between the two. And you'll often notice how I have 3 boxes open. So I had the next great step stayed open. Then I had the accounts stay open. And then I had the one I was working on open. You'll see that they use this highlighting action to show, that you've recently opened it. It's saying open 2 accounts. So that means I have 2 things clicked off here. Yeah, 2 things, right? Click off those, close those out. Now, Helena, are you ready?
Yes, I can share my screen.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Share your screen for a sec.
Okay. Oh, I can't share while you're sharing, sorry. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Ooh, that looks like my screen. Awesome. Okay. So now one of the hard things is knowing what you can and cannot do in the Google AdWords editor. So trial by fire, right? Let's, for instance, see how complicated it is to add. So you have that negative keyword list, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So copy a bunch of those keywords and then let's go.
Like the negative ones you're saying?
Yeah. Copy. So what keywords do you not want to show up for your campaign? So your campaign is about
Training course.
So you don't want resumes in there, right? Or jobs, or maybe occupation, or okay, how about try the phrase match interns? See the phrase beside general in column C.
Column C.
And
Okay.
see interns about, go all the way down to, take as many as you want. Take all of them. So go to shift to, but we're going to get rid of, because we want guides. So just maybe do the first 17. Let's just try that. And copy. And let's go over to the AdWords editor. I'm wearing campaigns, right? So we want to make sure on the left-hand side, we are at the top of the page.
Oh.
A little left.
Yeah,
right there. And just click on, the account level. There you go. Go one up, I think, actually, to the, And then let's, in the bottom column where it says manage, let's go down to keywords. And let's open that up. And let's go where it says negative keyword list. One more down. Yeah. And let's go to add negative keyword list. See what that looks like. That looks pretty painful, right? So when you come across things like this, just be like, oh God, I don't know. Just get out of there. You can't do what you want. So it's easier to do something like this inside Google Ads. So just click OK or cancel. And so, but then look at this, I can make multiple changes. So click on the multiple changes besides that, and let's see what we can do. And then maybe, so notice how this says destination. My data includes columns for campaigns or ad groups. Well, yours doesn't. So click on the use select destinations over to the left. See the radio button under destination? Click on the second one. Yeah. So you got to read these things, right? And then click on your accounts there. So a little below the search bar, click on the one with the 4 boxes. Yeah. And then click paste from clipboard. Yeah, perfect. And then what is it saying? It is saying add row, add column, clear, paste. So see where it says bulk change action, add or update? Let's click on that little down arrow, correct.
Sorry, on where?
So we're, right there. And okay, so it's not giving us the options we want, right? So this is where you're going to run into some funky stuff with Google AdWords Editor, but you got to try to do things because this is how you're going to get used to things. So let's cancel out of here. We now know it is way easier to add a negative keyword list inside Google Ads. So let's go over to Google Ads and add that list there. Right. So I will tell you that. So go into your Google Ads account. Next tab. No, you already have it open. I think 2 over. There you go.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah. And now let's go up to your tools and settings. And we're going to go over to the shared library. So for the second furthest to the left, second from furthest to the left, and go down to negative keyword list. Awesome. And see, this is a new version of Google Ads is available. So you just click on the reload, let it reload for you so you're not annoyed. That'll happen a lot, like almost every time you log in, because Google's always changing things. Google Ads can be really fun, when you start to get comfortable clicking around. So let's click on that blue plus button. And then let's click on let's name the list general negatives.
General negatives.
Yeah. And then let's paste those negatives.
And it's okay if they're like
broad
in
match.
quotation marks.
Oh yeah, so they're phrase match. Wait, I lost you. Hold on. Okay, couple things, Elena, I'm gonna just comment on while we're in here, which is number one. Notice how in the top right hand side it says update your Chrome, right? You definitely want to do that at some point, maybe not right now, but after you get on the call today, if it's red like that. So top right hand side.
Oh, reactivate, you mean this one?
No, yeah, we want to talk about that too, but just above that, see how it says update?
Oh, this.
Yeah. Right. So you
Okay,
definitely
I
want
never
to.
did that. Oops.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's totally normal. And then your account ads aren't running because your account has been canceled. So we definitely want to deal with that. But before we deal with that, let's go and click save. So you saved all the phrase match. Well, what if you're like, oh, I made a mistake. I want them to be broad match. Let's click on the hyperlink blue text where it says general negatives. Let's click on that. And notice how there's two columns, right? So let's click on the checkbox beside about, and let's click on edit. Oh no, so you can remove it if you want. You can edit it and you can change the match type there. So say you want to make it exact or broad, you can do that, right? So yeah, and so remember broad match is broad. So phrase match and exact match are probably better uses of negatives. I'm going to show you something really amusing now about Google Ads and how, yes, they do try to steal your money. So, okay, you've saved them. You got a negative keyword list. For your account level. We're off to the races. Yay. Okay, cancel, get out of here. Cancel. Okay, now let us go in the top left-hand side, the arrow back button. Yes, because this is there now and it's at the account level. So now let's just go and click on the second column where it says keywords, halfway down, and let's go to negative keywords. Okay, so if I was going to add a negative keyword, what Google will do is Google will force, like Google will say, okay, you can add a negative keyword. And this is still, looks like if you look over, it'll tell you in the third column, the ad group and the match type, right? So if you're adding a negative keyword here, it's probably going to be to the ad group. So let's go to that plus button. And so this is where you can pick, right? I want to add my negative keywords or create a new list, or I want to use an existing list, or I want to add it to a campaign. You can click down and you can add it to an ad group. So yeah, you can get pretty granular. Now, remember, with different ad groups, we're targeting different keywords per ad group, right? And so we might want a negative out per ad group. So what you're kind of doing, if you can imagine in your head, is say we have a bunch of different ad groups, but one keyword is showing up all the time, and that's not my target. So the example would be, I'm a carpet cleaner and I'm targeting carpet cleaning Nanaimo for one ad group. Now, the keyword carpet cleaning Nanaimo seems to always show up in my search term report for upholstery cleaning. So I might want to negative it out so it doesn't show up for the ad group for upholstery cleaning, trying to force the keyword only to show up or my ads to show up for the Nanaimo carpet cleaning. Negative keywords are a big part of Google Ads, and it's something you will get used to over time because, as you can see, there's the account level, there's the campaign level, and there's the ad group level. You can add keywords too, right? What that comes down to in the end is strategy. Now, we don't have a campaign running here, so I can't show you can you click the one above the search keywords in the keywords? Yeah, search keywords. And then can you click on the campaign in the first column? So first, all the way to left.
This?
No. Go all the way to left for column. And yeah, My mouse is there. Actually, I'm like, yeah, that's where it is. So where it says all campaigns and under it says enabled and paused, it's the darker column furthest to the left. One over, left, 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 left. Yeah, it's weird, right? Because you have the two columns on the left, you have the campaign and then all the options for the campaign. And then in the middle of the screen, you have your keywords and your ad groups and stuff like that. So what I am seeing, Helena, which is really great, is you're doing manual bidding. And what that means is you bid a penny, because we can see from the max CPC in the main screen. So say I want to update like all my bids, right? I don't like, you can go manually and I can go manually. See that little pencil icon beside? So all the red language in the status. Yeah, you're right there. Yeah. So and notice beside that, it's the bid is a penny. So it's saying, hey, increase your bid. So I can click the edit pencil and I can update my bid. And it said 130. So do 1.30. And it'll tell you, oh, that's a big increase. Are you sure? Save as twice. So you have to double save, right? Because they're making you make sure. So then you save. And so, but that's a long, arduous process if you have like hundreds of keywords. And so what I can do is I can click the box, the click box. Do you see over by the blue plus button, under the blue plus button, how you have all the little boxes?
This one?
Yeah. So if you click on the top box, it'll grab them all. And then you can say select 336 and then click on edit. And then click on change max CPC. Up one, yeah. So you can change all your match types. So if you raise to the first page bid, it might not work to the top of the first page. So you might just want to raise it to the bids on the first page. So the second last radio button you want to click on.
Sorry, the second. Oh, this one.
Yeah. And then hit apply. Don't put it, you don't need to put it at max. So now you've updated all your bids for your 300 keywords and Google will fix it. Now, do me a favor and in the table where it says max CPC, so under that blue auction insights thing. Yeah, so max CPC all the way to the right. And yeah, perfect. Now, yeah, you're clicking on it. And what that's going to do is that's going to tell me now the highest, because I changed all my bids. I definitely want to see before I leave this account, oh, what's my highest bid? Because I let Google just put me on the first page. How much is that going to cost me? Sometimes you'll see keywords that cost you hundreds of dollars. You're like, no, I'm going to pause that keyword. I don't want to use that keyword. So we recommend using manual bidding at first. And then you can change it, do other things, but this way you have a lot more control, which is what you want. One of the problems with this is if you do share an account with your client, and sometimes clients will get really nitpicky and be like, I don't want to pay $12 for a keyword. So that's where it becomes a little dicey on, sharing everything with them, because even though they're paying $10 for one keyword and 30 cents for another, if it's about conversions, it's about getting them those conversions. So let's actually deal with the reactivate account while we're here. So top right, red button. Yeah. So yeah, let's try that. Now, different issues come up with Google Ads. Sometimes your ads will be suspended. Sometimes it won't. One thing you need to make sure when you create an account is your time zone. You cannot change that once it's set. So if you get in a client account and it's the wrong time zone for them, you need to go create a new account because all your numbers are going to be off.
Can I just ask a question actually? So
yeah.
Is it because why is it to their time zone if we're the ones running it, let's say?
Because of how the reporting works, right? So although so you're in Vancouver and your client's in Toronto, it's going to be better for it to be based on the Toronto time because say that's who they're targeting, right? And I'll show you why it matters in a couple minutes. But when you start optimizing your campaign, that's going to really affect you because if they're in Toronto time zone And the campaign set up for Pacific time zone, so they're Central and you're Pacific. When you optimize for like hours, you're going to have to be subtracting 2 extra hours or adding on 2 extra hours, right? So it can really screw up an account. Like it's
Mhm.
just so hard. So a couple things while we're in here. Let's
There's one other use case that piggybacking off of that, which we did go through, is like, say you have a call extension and you have it only set up when the office is open and they're open 9 to 5 in Toronto time. You want it
Mhm.
to be set to their time zone because that would make sense, because otherwise you're going to have to be doing all the math in your head.
Right. Okay. That makes
yeah.
sense. Thank
it-
you.
Okay, but this leads us to a couple other great things. So you clicked on that React. Okay, so see the blue hyperlink text. We always look for that blue hyperlink text, right, guys? See if you scroll down a little bit,
Oh.
scroll down, and you see on the right-hand side, yeah, so reactivate account. And that should do it. Bam. Okay, good. Now there's a couple things. So where are we in the account right now? We clicked on a random button. It took us to a random place. You're like, well, where am I? So you won't know this, but you are in, when you're in tools and settings, it's going to be account settings. But there's one thing we get to do here, which is really amusing and fun. So we see that we have the account number. We see that the language is in English, number format, United States. But do you notice where it says account name and there's nothing there? So we all get account numbers, but we don't get to name, like the accounts don't have names or nicknames unless we add them. So when you see in my account, it'll have my clients' names, like their business names. So this one, you definitely want to add an account name of Little Works, right? Yeah. And then just click save. And so where you would find this. So if you go up to tools and settings, and then you go over to, if I can remember, preferences, right? All the way down under setup, second from the bottom. Yep. And that's where we are. So, okay. So that's just a fun thing to name your account so that, look, now you can see can you click the back arrow at the top? Yeah. So now we should be able to see your name somewhere, but it'll be when we show the MCC account. Okay. So
Or you can hit the refresh icon that's there
yeah.
next to the help. That'll also probably do it.
Next to help.
Oh.
Oh,
Help between help and tools and settings and the horizontal
yeah.
menu there. No, oh, that's annoying. Yeah, you are.
I'm muted when I was chewing. My apologies. Okay. So negative keywords are going to be a place where we do add them, spend some time, right? The next thing that we're going to spend a moment or two on, which we need to do for our accounts. So the major things we do are we add negative keywords. Now we're going to check for duplicates. So we're going to go back over to the editor. Bam. Okay, now we definitely want to do the recent changes because we did add that negative keyword list. So just click on that top of the screen where it says get recent changes. Yeah. And then more data. Now you'll see it says scheduled download and just click OK. So you can schedule downloads for this, just to save things. So, okay, it's been updated. Look, it's not showing us negative keyword lists. So we know don't really do the negative keyword list stuff in Google Ads editor. Actually, to be honest, you don't do much of the negative keywords in the AdWords editor, but you'll see that. Oh yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say, what do you mean by scheduling? Like, does it come up like as a report or something, or
No,
or
it
what do
just
you mean?
schedules a download. So I don't actually use it, but I know some people do download accounts. Like a lot of AdWords editors, a lot of AdWords people, there's two mindsets, right? Oftentimes a client will come to you and they already have an account.
Mhm.
We'll set a client up with their own account when they come to us because they technically own everything. A lot of AdWords people don't do that. When you leave them, you don't get your account. I understand that because everything can be going really well and then all of a sudden you get fired. We've been locked out of an account because another agency was hired and they took all our work and everything was running really smoothly. It was kind of shocking that it happened, and we did have in our contract that you can't use anything that we created. We don't have that in our contract now because if they're going to leave, let them go. That being said, the scheduled downloads, some agencies will download the campaigns just to have them on file. You can do a lot of things in the AdWords editor that makes it really fun. Now you'll notice how you downloaded all your campaigns and in the right-hand side, everything's green. And if you look, it says review changes and it's got green, download, unposted, conflict, recommendations, and recommendations expired. So if there's a conflict, you see red, there's no conflict. So I just click done. And the reason for this is sometimes when you use like that Google Sheet and you upload a campaign, sometimes you'll do it wrong and it'll give you the option to not download it all and you can start again. But that's for a later day. Okay, so we have our campaigns, we have our negative list that we've done. We are checking for duplicates. So you have highlighted on the left-hand side the whole account. And let's go to the campaign. And notice there's, so one down on the, yeah, right there, click. One up. Can you click on the one up? Yeah. So it highlights the whole campaign. Can you click on that little triangle, orange triangle? Let's see what's going on there. Oh, no, it doesn't show you. Damn it. Is it bottom of the screen? We're not seeing anything orange there. No. Okay. Well, we remember orange doesn't really matter. It's only the red.
Oh,
Okay.
it shows here. I don't know. If that-
Okay, so what's it saying? Let's click on the campaign. It says your campaign using manual bidding. Google's like, we want to steal your money. And the other thing is, so this will try to get you to do like conversions, right? And set up it as like trying to get conversions. The only problem with this is sometimes when you do the bidding of conversion bidding, your campaign won't work because technically you need a bunch of conversions before the system can be like, oh, I understand conversions. So remember, anything with an orange triangle, you can ignore. Anything with a red exclamation mark, circle, you have to fix before it will upload. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for duplicate keywords, because if we have ad groups that are bidding on the same keywords, we're competing with ourselves. We don't want to do that, right? So let's go down. So you have the whole campaign highlighted in the top column. In the bottom column, let us go to keywords. So 2 down from campaigns on the left-hand side.
Sorry, which one?
Oh yeah, so go down to keywords. Down, down, down,
Oh.
down. Right there. Keywords. Perfect. Okay. Now I would go into the middle of the screen and highlight all the keywords. Highlight. So remember how we do that. We just click shift and go down to the bottom of the list. And scroll, 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 and highlight, and bam. Okay. Now, what are we looking for? We are looking for, so that special arrow, double arrow magnifying glass in the middle of the screen beside remove? Yeah, let's see that. So it says replace, append, change bids. That is not where we want to go. There's another place we can go. And so can you go all the way over to, you know how the menu pops up when you hover over? So go all the way up to the top of your screen. Don't change it. Yeah, all the way up, 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 up. Keep going. And okay, so there should be a menu, when your Apple icon shows up and I have Zoom open, but you would have the AdWords editor at the top of your screen.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so you want to go through. So I have preferences, services. So about AdWords editor, go to the next one. Account. Okay, so these are places you guys are going to slowly want to read through, right? You can import, export. We've already done the import. We could do the export, which we could download campaigns into a Google Sheet. Let's go over to edit. One over. And so what are we doing? We can replace text. Nope, we don't want any of those. Let's go to tools. Next one over. Find duplicates. So, and if you want to know, you can do shift. What is that? Command and D. But let's not do that. Let's just find duplicates. Click on that. Okay. And then, so what is this saying? It's saying check all the ad groups and word order, strict word order, right? Any word order. It's saying duplicates have the same match type in the same ad group, in the same campaign. So let's click on in the same campaign. And then let's duplicates it. We don't want duplicates that can have like different match types, even negatives. That's definitely not what we want. So I think you have all your radio buttons, right? Strict word order, duplicates must have same match type and in the same campaign. Now let's click on that find duplicates. Now, so what is this showing us? It's saying, okay, there's two keywords called social media courses. One is the ad group course broad and one is the ad group social media. Do you want to make it? Yeah, you know what you're doing. Look at you go. That's awesome. Okay, so what do we want to decide here? We got to make a decision. Is this keyword better suited for courses broad or social media courses broad? And so it's best social media courses. I think you'd want to keep it in the social media course, right? So see, okay, so we have it. Click on that X there. Oh, damn it.
Oh, shoot. So sorry.
Oh, no, that was me. I told you to do it. Can you do Command Z? See if we can go back. Done. Oh, cool. Okay. We don't even need to highlight all the keywords. Let's go to the top bar, menu bar, and go back to tools and go find duplicates. Okay, let's do it again. We got the same campaign. Yep. Bam. Okay, so you could do this slowly one by one, or you can do the Command Shift and click all the keywords you want to get rid of. Now, okay, so delete. So can you do me a favor and click on the social media courses broad keyword? Yeah, you got it. And click delete. There you go. And then go to the next. So we see that there's best social media courses, and it's courses phrase and social media course phrase. So we definitely want to keep the best in the best social media course in the best social media course. So let's get rid of best social media courses in course phrase. So click on that and click delete. Okay, now we're like, oh, this is taking so long. Let's do Command and so do best social media courses. The next one. So they're all separated, right? It's telling us, hey, there's these two keywords in these two different ad groups that are identical. So one is best social media courses. It's showing up in ad group social media course exact, and then best social media courses, and it's showing up in courses exact. So we want to get rid of it in courses exact. So just click on it, the second one. Yeah, and then have your finger on Command, or if you're on a PC, it would be Control, I believe. So then the next one we want to get rid of is, so we got best social media learning courses. Let's get rid of the broad one. So then do Shift and click on the first one in the next two.
This one,
Yeah. And so you could go and highlight and just click delete. So with how we created our Google Ads campaign, we saw that there was red right in the Google Sheet when we did it. And this is one of the things we have to go through. So we have to go through and decide, okay, is this keyword going to be best here or in this ad group, right? So you're going to go through and you can quickly just stream through. You just want the one keyword per ad group. So you're just going to go delete. So Helena, just run through quickly and just in each different two section and delete. Pick one and delete.
Doesn't matter which one?
Doesn't matter. There you go. Keep going. Yeah. So it can be really fast, right? You can spend more time. Oh, you got to pick two from that one because there's three. Yeah, there you go. And then you got to pick two from the next one. And one above, pick one more. See, yeah, there you go. And so we want one, right? Now, all you're doing is getting rid of the duplicates. So Google will tell you if your campaign is live, hey, you have a duplicate, you should get rid of it. So just scroll down. Let's keep doing it. Because we're going to get this. It's going to be really easy. I promise. Damn. Right. And so when you make a Google Ads campaign, it's going to take you a couple hours to sort through how you want to do the strategy. You missed one. Yeah, there you go. How you want to do the strategy. You're going to build the ads. Then you're going to upload them once approved. And then you're going to work between the AdWords editor and the Google Ads account. And this stuff takes, so no word of a lie, when you're creating a like epic Google Ads campaign, you're going to be spending up to about 15 hours just creating the ideal structure, right? To make sure. So yeah, and delete, delete, delete. Yeah, bam, bam. So super easy, super fast. Right. And this is like the place where, you know, when you use that AdWords Google Sheets, you know, you're creating lots of ad groups, lots of ads, lots of keywords. So your campaign ends up being really great. However, there's some little things you got to do. And this is why the editor comes in handy, because look at all those bulk changes. Okay, you're done. Perfect. Okay. So that is finding duplicates. Now we all remember, say I wanted to change the case of the keyword or the ads, right? What is it? Sentence, not sentence case, but so there's lots you can do. You're done with this part. So you've done the duplicates. We've checked for duplicates. And so we want to get out of here. Let's do the post changes. So top right, and then go to post. Bang. And then all campaigns or select campaign, either or, right? And so you're removing 96 keywords, but you probably still have about 300 keywords. That's still good. And now there's no duplication and perfect. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is you have to create extensions. So we know Google over time has created more and more extensions. So let's go over to Google Ads, not the editor. And oh, quick look at that flash between the two accounts. Okay. So we are in the account now, and what we want to do is click on the campaign in the column, the darker column on the left-hand side, all the way to the left. Yeah. One more over, and you're going to click on the actual campaign. No, see, so now so go one over and click on the campaign where the little eyeglass is. Yeah.
Oh, this.
Yeah. And then we are going to create extensions. So where do extensions happen? They happen in ad groups or at the campaign level. So if we look at the campaign, so we clicked on the campaign and you can see all the different ad groups right in one column. And then in the next column, you got review, recommendations, insights, right? If you go down to ads and extensions in the second column, you'll see the little arrow and it opens and you got extensions. So let's click on that extension part. Yeah, perfect. So you have a number of extensions you can use. Oh, it's saying assets are easier. Yeah, get out of that guide. But also fun to go through guides when Google, especially if you're new. So extensions, some people think, oh God, why should I use an extension like that? It's like, I don't want to send people to other places. The reality is when you have extensions, your ad gets clicked on more, and extensions help take up more of the search engine results pages, because, you know, if you have site link extensions, so what they are is links to other pages in your site. So you're going to want to add those. So for this, so let's click on that big plus button. So look at all the different kinds of extensions. There's site link, call out, structured snippets, call extensions, lead form extensions, location, affinity, affiliate extension, price, app, and promotion. So depending on your type of business, you will not be able to use all of these. Like, so for instance, if I am a booze, like I'm vodka, I could add affiliate location extensions, but they already have to be existing locations. So we're probably never going to touch that one. But for mostly all Google Ads campaigns, you do want to use the site link extensions, the call out extensions, the structured snippets, the call, and the location. Those are the main ones, right? So site link extensions will link to another page in the site. You can't have a site link extension, two different site link extensions that go to the same page. So let's click on the first one, site link extension. And let's look at what that looks like. Okay, so this is, you can add, so you could add it to the campaign or to the ad group, right? You could use extensions you've already created, or you could create a new one. And a site link extension, so a lot of people would do the contact us, right? But you can use different phrasing. So for this one, you could put site link text, could be contact us, or social media marketing contact, or whatever you want that's going to get people to click on it. Maybe, yeah. Oh, but you only have 25 characters. Right. So, and then if you don't put the description lines, they do not show up but I think they're mainly for the phone. So then you want to add 2 descriptions of what the social media marketing is. So, you know what I would do? Put social media marketing help. Never mind, but I don't know. Never mind. Because so you're gonna basically your call or your site link extensions link to other pages on your site. So if you want the contact page, you could put contact and then have so I would put contact, and then in my description line, I would put social media marketing contact, and then, yeah, or help or whatever. Try
Uh,
to,
I
yeah.
would say that actually the site link extension, the descriptions show up so rarely that I don't think that they're.
I use them all the time. I use them. I make sure they're filled out. I do, because they do show up, and Google always tells me I need to fill them out. But
Yeah, but Google also says that you should switch over to automated bidding. So it's not.
yeah, well, I fill them out, because if you look, okay, so Helena, see that little question mark right under there. So if you want to be like, your description fills, it allows you to add additional text. Google will predict adding descriptional text is optional, but highly recommended. So you can spend more time or less time. So you might only want to add one description. I would add both. If I didn't know what to say, I'd go onto Google and search social media help, and I'd find another line out there in the world, and I'd copy paste it. And then the final URL would be Littleworks Indie Media / whatever the contact page is, right? Where the final URL is.
Oh,
Now
this one.
Now, the best way to do it, though, is go over to Littleworks Indie Media and go to the contact page and then copy the URL. Yeah. Right. Just this avoids you screwing it up. And we all screw up things. I am especially well known for it. So then click paste. All right. And just let's go down to, okay, so see where it says campaign? Let's scroll up a little bit. So I think, let's see if it says campaign, you can do account, and let's do it. So let's just do it to the account, because we know the contact, or I would put contact us. I find that a little more friendly, and then let's go save it. So now that you've created an account level site link extension, you can use that for all your campaigns. You don't have to create another one that says contact. Okay, let's scroll up. See, did it save? Is it asking us to do so? Oh, if you use one, you have to use 2, it looks like. So let's just do looking for social media marketing help, or get social media marketing training. I know. Oh, no, perfect. Oh, that's perfect.
And does it have to also be like every letter has to be capitalized?
I would do it because it sometimes does show up. However, is it mandatory? No. Does everybody do it? No. Am I a bit neurotic? Yes. So scroll down. Let's hit that save button again. Oh, yay. First extension. So extensions are important to do, and they are the second thing we do for optimization. Now let's go over to the plus button again, and let's talk a couple more minutes about the extensions. Call out extensions are weird. Call out extensions are, so click on the call out extension. Call out extensions are extensions that, so you can see Google's giving you an example in mobile. They're text that you basically adds to your headlines and descriptions. And they are, so say I am, I don't know, a school, and I sell teaching massage therapy. Call out extensions are like features or benefits, right, that you would like to use. So maybe a feature is like launch a career. You have 25 characters, like new career in less than 2 years. Or so for you, Helena, you're teaching social media courses, right? So social media, so what do you get out of LinkedIn and Facebook? And so you could list all the socials that you teach, right? Some people don't add call out extensions, they do take up more space. So it is recommended. So for this campaign, which is about social media courses, what are things independent? So you can do anything with call out extensions. They just, help take up more space. So if you'd like to do a call out extension for this, I'm going to go look online for, let's see, social media courses. What do I get? So I would put maybe online or marketing fundamentals. Let's add that. Latest strategies. Yeah. Awesome. No, latest strategies is the next one. Latest strategies. What else can we put in there? Best social media courses, maybe certificates. Maybe that's all we want, right? Certificate or part-time. Best social media courses, nice, new career. And so let's see, you can click on the advanced options below. So let's just add 3. And you can actually schedule these to show up at certain dates and certain times. And as you get better at this stuff, you might use those. We use and discovered that you can do a call extension and you can turn it on and off. So if the business is closed, the call extension goes off, which is kind of handy, unless you want people to leave messages. So just click on that save button. We're not going to do the advanced options. We got some call out extensions. Whoop. Now, all call out extensions do is they take up more space on a page. So let's add one more extension before we depart the extension. So after you launch a campaign, after you've created the campaign, you might want to launch before you add site link extensions or any extensions, or you might do that after the campaign is launched, before or after. So click on the plus. Okay, fun extension to do. So location extension, you have to have access to your Google Business Profile. So we will do that. We can do the call extension if you like, and we want to do the where is the image extension? Do you see it, Phelan? Image. My only fun one. It's not there right now. That's funny. I'm sure it will be. So let's click on the location extension because it's kind of a big deal. You do need, so the person, if you're working on Google Ads, you need to have access. So look at above, it says, select current locations, find a business manager profile, link to business account. I know. So looks like there's 4. Let's click on the 6 locations. Let's see what we got. Let's click on that. And so sometimes it's finicky. Let's click on the find a business account, see if that one works. That radio button. And then, so there it is. So select that one. So if you do run many accounts and you have to choose between like all the accounts managed. So then click continue. And so that gives you a location extension, which again takes up more room. The other fundamental one to do is the phone extension. Should be super easy. Now click on done there. Oh, see, it's saying it's requested. So you might get an email, right? Sometimes the location extension can be finicky. So the very last one we will do is the phone extension. So see, and you can see your cute little site link extension, contact us. So let's click on blue button. Awesome. And then the call extension. So it's not annoying at all that it has call out extensions and call extensions. So we definitely want to change the phone number to Canadian, right? Because you are a Canadian business. The other thing to know is if you use a call extension, you need it to match the phone number on the website. If you put in a phone number here that is not the one on the website, it will not work. And so we put in a phone number, make sure it's that one. Yeah, because Google will check it. Now, just so you know, it does change. So Google will show a different number than your number, and that's how it does the tracking. So some companies are like, but that's not my number. And what if they save that number? And then, and you're just like, well, Most people don't worry, they'll find you, they know your business name. So, and then I would just click the save button and I would put it at the account level as well. Yeah, awesome. And then save. So those are your extensions. The fun extension is the image extension, which we are not seeing, but we will probably get a handle on. So now basically you've added a whole bunch of site link extensions. So every single ad group will have the contact us extension, we'll have the location extension, we'll have the call extension. Now you can, lots of people, lots of different businesses have different services. So you could have different extensions for different ad groups. Gets really finite, finite, and can get really granular. We try to keep it at the campaign level or account level. Just makes your life so much easier. So site link extensions are the next really important thing to do. And there's two more quick things we are going to look at, which are, and I'm going to get you to look at this and do these on your own if you guys want to play around, but let's go to audiences. So under extensions, two below that in the second column, audiences. And these are the main first optimizations we do, right? So, you're like, what is this? This is audiences. Let's click on that audience, undefined audience. Yeah, get out of there. It'll walk you through it if you've never done it before. Leave the guide. So right-hand side, blue hyperlink text under 30 days says add audience segments. And let's do campaign. And okay, now you really need to know the difference here between targeting and observation. Go with the recommended observation. So what that means is you're just observing. And this takes a good 15 to 20 minutes to do. And so do me a favor and click on the select all 25 boxes. You do me that favor. Awesome. And now can you go over to browse? Down a little, first box. See where it says search and browse. Yeah. And so who they are, detailed demographics. So you're going to click on every one of these. And then so who they are, click on that. And then see where it says parental, married, click on that. And you are going to go through and click every box. And you're going to then go down. And honestly, why I say it takes 15, 20 minutes, because you are going through all of these. And some will have double arrows like down. So you'll have that one and then, yeah, and go, and then, yeah. And right. And keep going. I want to see if I can show you the double arrow thing. Okay. So these look great. Okay. So now go to who they are, go to the back arrow. Yeah. And then go, what interests and habits do they have? And then you want to go through all of these and then click the down arrow. So banking and finance has a down arrow, and then beauty has a down arrow, and then, food and drink. Wait, see the down arrow? Yeah. And then see the other cooking. Did you see that? So, right, scroll up a little. And so, yeah, lifestyle. Let's see what we got. And then, and look, family focus. Notice how there's another down arrow. So literally, I'm going to let you do this on your own, but this is one of the things you want to go through, and you want to go back through all the browse, click on them all and go through everything, click on everything. Why? Because later on when this is live, eventually you'll be able to see, hey, this industry gets me better. Like people in this industry are converting. So I'm going to either target that industry specifically and narrow the campaign to just target that segment of people, or I'm going to increase my bid on this audience, which is a way we optimize. So let's just click on save and get out of here, and you can revisit the audience settings on your own. The next fun and important thing I think to do is the hours. So your hours are 24 hours right now, right? And none of us want to show up at 3 a.m. for someone or 4 a.m. We just don't. So where it says show more in the second column below change history. And just so you know, you can see someone's work when you go into change history. So see where it says show more. You've got audience keywords. You're in the column left-hand side. Yeah, show more. See the ad schedule. under location, ad schedule. Okay. So this is your ad schedule. It's Monday to Friday. It is from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. Perfect. But what happens if I schedule them out into 4-hour segments? So let's click on that pencil icon quickly. And this is all setting you up to win later. So see where it says all days, and under that it says add. Let's add. Let's click on that little blue hyperlink text add under all days over. See where it says ad schedule? Yeah. Okay. So you got all days. Let's see what else we got. Like where it says all days, click on that and see it's got, so we can do Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sundays. We can do each individual day. So let's go to scroll up and let's do all days. And so then where it says 12 a.m. to 12 a.m., let's do 5 a.m. So the first box, 5 a.m. and 6, 7, 8, 9 to 9. So you want to schedule them out in 4-hour segments with the ads being off at times where your customers won't likely convert. So like between midnight and 4 in the morning, depending on your business, I always try to turn the ads off. And this is where it becomes really important that you're on the right time schedule, because if I'm in Toronto and my campaign is geared towards Pacific, when I say the ads should not be on, they should be on. And so that's why you need the campaign to be at the right time zone for where your clients are and the people they're targeting. So 5 a.m. to 12. So let's do 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. Yeah. And then do all days and do 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then let's add all days. And let's do 12 to 4. And so we know 4 p.m. Yeah. And 12, we got to change that a.m. to p.m. Awesome. And let's add another one, 4 to 8. Yeah. Look at you go, to 8. And then p.m. And then we want to do another all days, and we want to do 8, maybe to midnight, or 8 to 11. And to 11, let's say 11 p.m. That's what I would do. And then click save. Okay, so now different businesses are open at different times. Okay, let's scroll. So sometimes this happens and you're like, oh my God, I chose more than like Monday and Tuesday. Let's scroll down a bit, would you? Scroll down and see where it says show 10 of 35, the bottom of the screen, bottom of the table. Yeah, and then go 500. And then scroll back up. There you go. Now they're sectioned out. We are not showing our ads at midnight, and we are not showing our ads till 5 a.m. And then what happens is you'll see where people click. And if more people are clicking at 6 p.m., then at some point you could increase your bids at 6 p.m. Or if more people convert at 6 p.m., you could increase your bids at 6 p.m. And this is how we get into this optimization cycle. So there's a lot of work. Kalena, I want to thank you for being my guinea pig. And I know it's been lots of time, but these optimizations, initial ones, set us up for success later. And when you're creating a Google Ads campaign, no word of a lie, it is lots of work.